Kevin, thank you. Now to our New York State Exposed Education report tonight. We're taking a closer look at how schools are accommodating transgender students.
It's a topic a lot of school districts are talking about. Transgender is someone who is born one gender but identifies with the opposite gender. Amanda Shivari spoke with local school leaders and a parent of a transgender student. Amanda, when it comes to transgender students, what does state law require schools to do?
Well, Janet and Scott, it requires schools to make sure that all students have a safe and welcoming learning environment, regardless of race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. It's up to each local district to decide the best way to do that.
You don't understand it because you haven't lived it.
Jennifer Surridge knows the debate about transgender students. Her 12-year-old daughter, sex assigned at birth, was male, but now identifies as a female. She also knows why it's so important for students like her daughter to be accepted and accommodated at school. And she says her district, SOTUS, has done that.
She's so much happier. She's so much more confident. She's always been pretty confident, but even more so now. And I'm not getting phone calls from the school telling me that she's being naughty.
The New York State Education Commissioner says the districts must make sure that every student has a safe and great learning environment. But it's up to each school district to decide the best way to do that. To find out how they're doing it, I went to Sherry Johnson, the director of the Monroe County School Board Association.
How do you do this? How do you make sure every student has an equal, safe, and the right to learn in the classroom? When there are parents out there who say, well, by doing that for a transgender student, you're taking away my child's rights.
It's an education piece. And again, as we become more accustomed to understanding, it is our job as educators to educate the greater community.
Johnson says that all districts in Monroe County are working towards a written procedure to accommodate all students, and says that the Brighton district is leading that charge.
Frankly, you come to Brighton, you are who you say you are, period.
Brighton Superintendent Kevin McGowan says that this September the school board adopted this written policy. Schools now have a single-stall unisex bathrooms for any student to use. An important note, transgender students don't have to use the bathrooms. They can use whatever bathroom they gender identify with. And in the locker rooms, there's a private changing area. Again, no one has to use it, but all students can. So I asked the superintendent, what do you say to parents who believe allowing transgenders to use whatever facility they want is taking away the privacy of their child?
They're incorrect, for one. More importantly, it's just not right. We like to do what's right the right way at the right time and support everybody all the time in every way that we can. It's just the right thing to do.
And Surridge has tried explaining her perspective to parents.
My daughter has a right, a civil right, to be in the bathroom that she gender identifies with. And your children have the same right to be in the bathroom that they gender identify with. If they choose to leave, that's a choice. My daughter is not choosing. She just is.
If you would like to learn more about the state guidelines passed down to districts, go to WHEC.com and click on this story. We will link those guidelines there. Janet and Scott?
Amanda, those guidelines don't tell the district exactly what to do when it comes to accommodating transgender students.
That's exactly right. They just have suggestions on what things have worked in other districts, like a single-stall unisex bathroom open to all students. It's more like a help guide than a must-follow directions. But again, districts still have the opportunity to come up with whatever plan they feel works best for their students.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much.